4, 3, 2, and 1. Monday. That's right. It is Monday morning. Super excited to be here with all of you today. Woke up this morning, 3 a.m. I was like, pal, let's go. It's Monday. Time to take on and attack this incredible week. Went downstairs, grabbed my hashtag Rise and Grind planner like I do every single day. And at the very top of the Rise and Grind planner, my favorite part of the planner is there are quotes that are submitted by actual Rise and Grind members. And so I opened up my Rise and Grind planner and there was a quote that was contributed by Jess Bosch. And Jess has been a part of Rise and Grind for a very long time. And Jess's quote just simply said this: take care of yourself, take care of your family, and let it go. Now, I don't know who in this room needed to hear that after the weekend that you had, or I don't know who in this room needed to hear that after something that happened to you last week. I'm not sure exactly who that was for. I know it hit me. And maybe it hits you too. And so I'm going to give it to you one more time. This is the very first thought I want you to start your Monday with today. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. And let it go. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts. Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to 1, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Monday. That's right. Today is Monday, October 11th, 2021. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Monday, October 11th, 2021. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. Listen, I hope that you had an amazing weekend. I hope that you had a weekend that was filled with productivity and laughter. I hope that you had a weekend that was filled with connection and visions of a brighter future. That's always my hope for you. You know, I was doing a podcast the other day and the guy was asking me, hey, Glenn, you got 8 kids, you got multiple businesses, you got Breakfast with Champions, you got Rise and Grind, you got all these things going on. How are you? How do you balance all of those things? And anytime somebody talks to me about that word balance, we have to be really careful. We have to be really careful in life that we have to understand that the words that we use, they have meaning, they have energy. And when you think balance, you think like everything is equal, right? And because we have this construct in our mind that time actually exists, we feel as though we have to spend an equal amount of time in the different areas of our lives. And that's simply not true. The reality is, to live a fulfilled, purposeful existence, the reality is you just got to make sure everything's an investment. Everything's an investment, and an investment that you're looking for an ROI. So I hope this weekend you invested in your family, in your children, in your spouse. I hope this weekend you invested in your dreams and in your visions of the future. I hope this weekend you invested in your faith and the spiritual aspect of who you are. I hope that this weekend you invested in your mind, your body, and all of the fundamental areas of your life. See, it's all about an investment. So I hope you had an amazing weekend. My wife and I had a fun weekend. She actually chose to do some painting in the front room. She got some new, some custom shelving that was built in the front room. She's turning that into her little woman cave, if you call it that. We have a man cave. Maybe you guys call it a women. I don't know what you call a woman's man cave. I don't know. So whoever wants to clarify that for me, please feel free. Go right ahead. So, but she's building that out, and she decided she was going to paint all the cabinets and the shelves. And then she came to me and she said, honey, I'm putting up wallpaper on this wall right here. Here's the wallpaper. Do your thing. I need you to go onto YouTube and figure out how to hang this stuff, because she knows I'm pretty good at that. And so I spent some time looking up, not good at hanging drywall, good at looking things up. Just to clarify. So I looked it up. I looked it up on YouTube, how to hang this drywall, and I'm just telling everybody right here, right now, it ain't for me. It ain't happening. I'm not doing it. I will mess it up. The patterns will be offline. Stuff will not be straight. I am not doing it. Not happening. So, putting it out there into the universe right now, please send help. If you are a wallpaper specialist, you can put up wallpaper. That's your jam. You're really good at it. You're in the Lexington or greater area. Shoot me a message. Swing by the house. Put up the wallpaper. All right? Yeah, wallpaper. Put up the wallpaper, not drywall. I don't even, yeah, that's right. So anybody that's good with wallpaper, I'm just letting you know, it ain't happening. So I also got to watch this fight this weekend with some old friends. I got to watch Fury and Wilder. What a fight, man. Unbelievable. Incredible fight. Got to watch that with them. That was super hype. And then I had the honor of officiating the wedding of my friends Zach Banks and Tiffany Kiskaden. And I don't know how you all I don't know how you all do weddings in wherever you are around the world or around the country, but I can tell you here in Kentucky, we know how to do things the right way. I'm just saying. I'm not saying yours is the wrong way. I'm just saying ours is the right way. This was a beautiful, beautiful wedding. The setting was out on this big farm area, horses in the background, big, beautiful pond, geese walking through, right? All of those things, which was absolutely incredible. But on top of the incredible scenery, dude, they had a full-on fish fry. A fish fry at the wedding reception. Dude pulled up with the truck. They pulled out all the grease, right? They started dropping the grease down, or dropping the catfish down into the grease. They had hush puppies. They had fried pork chops, like macaroni and cheese. It was phenomenal, man. You want to talk about Southern food? I was like, this is absolutely spectacular. Diet out the window. Yes, please. And thank you. But it was absolutely beautiful. And between the rolling hills and the chatter and the laughter of the people and the families that were coming together, there was this air of young love and endless possibilities. It was truly beautiful in so many ways. And it made me think, there are certain moments in your life, right? Certain moments where you sit back and you ask yourself, what if? Like, what if I hadn't met my wife at that bar 13 years ago? What would my life look like today? What if I hadn't met that guy or taken that job? What if I had stayed home that one night and never left the house? I want you to think of your what if moments. The what if I had known a little bit earlier? What if I had taken that chance? What if I never would have? What if I never could have? What if I never should have? So many what if moments in our lives, right? You see, ladies and gentlemen, life is a series of what if moments. Each one opening the gateway to either a new experience for you or relived old ones. I want you to picture your life for just a second as a maze. Picture it as a maze from like 30,000 feet above, right? And when you look at this maze, there is an entry point and there is an exit. And there are many different paths that you can take. The only difference between the maze of your life and one of these mazes is that every path ultimately leads to an exit. You ain't getting out alive, like Les Brown says. One of these things called the crazy thing about life is you ain't getting out alive. It ain't happening. There is an exit in your future. Period. Like it or not. And so every path, even though there's this maze of what if moments, right? I go, what if I go left? What if I go right? What if I go straight? What if I go backwards? What if I turn around? What if I quit? What if I lay down? What if I stand up? What if I run? What if I walk? What if I go, it's a maze of what ifs. But ultimately, every path leads to an exit. The only difference is in this maze called life, some paths are abundant and fruitful. Other paths that you might choose are miserable and downtrodden. Some of these paths have many hurdles to jump over and obstacles to overcome. And other paths, well, they're filled with green lights. Proverbial intersections that summon you to keep going. Do not slow down. Do not look both ways. Just go. And it's the moments like that. The moments like those when we can recognize them for literally what they are, right? And it's in those moments that we truly start to step into the abundant life that God has planned for us. This week, I want you and I to explore this idea of green lights. Inspired by the book Greenlights by Matthew McConaughey, we're going to take a journey of not only understanding the green lights in your life, but ultimately how to create more of them. Before we do, though, you know what we got to do on this show? We got to do some dancing. I think I messed up over on the clubhouse side. I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. You guys are not going to get the right music today. This is not going to happen. I don't even know if that'll work. I'll try it though. So you at least have some music. Liza likes that song, so that'll work. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. All right? I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact in their life. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live, you're watching on replay, maybe you're listening on the podcast, whether you're over there on Clubhouse, maybe you're checking us out on YouTube, wherever you're connected, just connect with me. Just say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Fair enough? Fair enough. Good morning, Angela Venters Keith. Great to see you. What's up, John Paul Guidry? I'm so glad you're here today, brother. How you doing, West Storm? Great to see you. Kimberly Hatfield is in the house. Jojo Laricia is up in here. How you doing, Joan Goebel? Great to see you. What's up, Brad Smith? I see Tim Hunt is in the building. Ann Fair, great to see you. What's up, Linda Sims? I'm so glad you're here. The real Mariana Thomas is in the building. Irie Mon 67 is up in here today. Michelle McClain, I'm so glad you're here. Mr. Scott Simons, great to see you. What's up, TM? Great to see you as well. Dr. Janie is in the building. I see Frank. I see my boy Kevin is up in here. What's up, Kevin? Amoroso. Am I saying that right, Kevin? I hope I am. Great to see you. What's up, Matthew and Jennifer and Allison and Charlene? I see Simona Holloway is in the building, which is amazing. What's up, author Natasha Smith? I'm glad you're here as well. I see Beth Lucchese is in the building this morning. Always great to see you. And Marilyn Wilkin. I see my boy Ryan is up in here. JT is here. What's up, Deborah? How you doing? Gracia. I see Amy and Gina Keys in the building. Erica's up in here. Courtney as well. What's up, Jacques? How you doing, Eric? What's up, Natasha? Great to see you. West Storm, Nakia Dollar, Jeff Nelson. Man, I'm so glad you're all here with us this morning. What's up, Thakri and a cat. Thakri and a cat. Great to see you. What's up, Social Steve? Man, I'm so glad you're all here with us digitally today. I'm also super stoked and super excited because we are just, what is that? 24 days away. 24 days away from the Grow Your Business for God's Sake event going on in Lexington, Kentucky. You need to go get your tickets if you haven't done so already. Go to growforgod.com. Dude, my man Dave Meltzer is going to be there. David Meltzer is the guy that owned the sports agency that the real life Jerry Maguire was modeled after. That story, the Jerry Maguire story. He owned that agency. And now today he reached a point in his life where he lost $100 million, and then he's come back and he's killing it. He's all over television. He's all over social media. He's speaking all over the world, and it is an honor that he's going to be at our event talking to you about how when you tap into that spiritual side of yourself, when you get a full understanding of wealth and abundance, the possibilities are endless. So make sure you join it. You're not going to want to miss that. Go to growforgod.com to get your tickets. And then I also want to take a second and give a shout out to all of you that are dropping us reviews over on our Breakfast with Champions podcast. I really appreciate it. Deb128 said this. She said, learn from the masters. This outstanding podcast features segments that cover motivation, inspiration, spirituality, leadership and business, financial optimization, and so much more. Check it out and you'll be thrilled. It will dramatically lift your life and opportunities as it has mine. Thank you so much, Deb, for that review. If those of you, if you haven't left a review over on our Breakfast with Champions podcast, I would greatly appreciate it. But all the things that she just said in that review, that's what you can expect at the Grow for God conference. We're going to talk about motivation, inspiration, spirituality, leadership and business, financial optimization, and so many more things from some of the greatest superhumans on the planet. So make sure you don't miss that. Growforgod.com. I hope to see you there. We cannot fully appreciate the light without the shadows. We have to be thrown off balance to find our footing. It is better to jump than to fall. And here I am. This was a quote from Matthew McConaughey in Greenlights. You see, Matthew McConaughey defines Greenlights as your opportunity to be kind to your future self. That in life that you are going to have green lights and yellow lights and red lights. And the reds and the yellows are moments that slow you down. Excuse me. Moments of crisis, moments of hardship, moments of intervention or interruption. They're the moments in life that we ask, why me? The moments in life where we ask, what's next? But the greens, you see, the greens are those moments in life that keep you going. And here's what's really cool. All lights end up turning green in the rearview mirror. Steve Jobs says it this way. He says you cannot connect the dots looking forward. We can only connect the dots looking back. And I want you to think about it for just a second. I want you to think about those red light moments in your life, those yellow light moments in your life. And I want you to think about how when you look back on them now, you can ultimately, hopefully, see how those red light moments and yellow light moments have helped shape who you are today. They've helped give you the strength and the ability to be able to make an impact in other people's lives. And you see, sometimes our lives are not fair, right? Why me? Why me? Why me is a question that many of us can ask in many different situations in our lives. And you see, I personally have come to the conclusion that the reason that exists and the reason that that happens, the reason we have those why me moments is because your life and my life was not designed for us. You see, your life and my life was ultimately designed to make a positive impact on others. And so we have to have our red light and our yellow light moments. We have to have those moments in the darkness so that ultimately we can not only appreciate the light, but be a light. Last week, I started off the week feeling a little underaccomplished would be the word that I would use. And I don't know if you ever feel that way. I mean, I'm surrounded by some very, 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 very successful people. I study a lot of success. I read a lot of books. I do a lot of research in the world of leadership and success and wealth building. And sometimes not only can that educate you and give you the wisdom that you need, but I think for me personally, there can be moments where I just feel a little underaccomplished. Like, yo, Glenn, you're 43 years old. What if you would have decided to do this 10 years ago? What if you would have went all in on that idea you had when you were 22 years old? What if you were to put in additional energy and effort? What if you made those sacrifices? What if you risked it all? And so last week I started off the week feeling a little underaccomplished, slightly doubting the things that I've achieved. You know, as I look back at it, I recently lost a really good friend. And that's one of those red light, yellow light moments that causes you to reflect, right? So I recently lost a really good friend, and the show that I love so much is coming to an end. We've got about 20 episodes left. And so I was starting to feel a little underaccomplished and maybe not necessarily stuck, but just a little underaccomplished. And then all of a sudden, my team made this post. And they posted a picture of the show that I'm going to be on, that's on Bloomberg TV, and that's on Amazon Prime with this guy, David Meltzer, that I told you about earlier. And I saw the post, and it's me sitting in the chair, and I got my purple jacket on, and I've got a big smile on my face. I look like I'm on the Johnny Carson show. And I thought, man, that's crazy. I'm actually going to be on a globally syndicated television show. I'm sharing the same stage as Cameron Diaz, of all people, right? And then Friday, I got this book in the mail. I've actually got it sitting right here so my Instagram folks can see it as well. Friday, I got this book in the mail. And this is a book, the first book that Glenn Lundy is actually published in. I wrote a chapter in this book, and this is Les Brown's book, right? Les Brown. Amazing, amazing, amazing speaker, world renowned. And you open up Les Brown's book, Ignite the Hunger in You. And I was reminded when the book showed up on my doorstep that Les Brown, one of the most greatest, impactful thought leaders on the planet, asked me to write a chapter in his book. That's incredible. Friday night, I was on a Zoom with Les for a little over an hour. And when we first went to jump on the Zoom, like I jumped in and he was finishing up a room with someone else. He didn't know I was there yet. And so I had my video off and Les Brown gets done with the person before him. And Les says, after he gets done, he says to his team that's there, he said, I got another hour? These are an hour? Oh, no. Oh, no. And you could just tell he was tired, man. You could tell he was so tired. He said, an hour? Why are we doing an hour? And they were explaining to him, hey, these are some of the authors in the compilation. They're a part of the book. They wrote a chapter, and we just want you to spend an hour with them. And you could tell he was shaking his head. And the guy said, well, the next guy you have is already here, Les. He can see and hear you. His name's Glenn Lundy. And Les Brown's eyes lit up. He said, Glenn Lundy? He said, 2 doors down when 2 worlds collide, Glenn Lundy? He said, oh, thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Glenn Lundy, please. Yes. Will you please get Glenn Lundy in here? He always brings so much joy into my life. Les Brown changed my life so many years ago. And to hear him say those words, and then we popped on and we had a conversation, and his total energy shifted and changed, and we talked about everything, just like old friends. We talked about the trials and tribulations in his life, the red lights and the yellow lights. We talked about the green lights. He's 77 years old. He said, Glenn, I am looking back at my life in such a way. I'm looking at the way I raised my kids. I'm looking at my family. I'm looking at where I invested my time. And he said, Glenn, you're young. You have so much ahead of you. It's time for you to step into your greatness. We can only connect the dots looking back, not looking forward. My guess is if you start to look back, you're going to find that you're a lot further along than maybe you're giving yourself credit for. You see, these moments for me woke me up to the reality. Like, man, I've come a long way from homeless, invisible, depressed, broke, bad credit. My credit was so bad, my friends. My guess is if you take a look back, you too will see that you've come so far. And yes, we still got a long way to go. A lot of what if moments. But my hope for you, my prayer for you, is that you will continue to look for and identify the green lights in your life and step on the gas. Because we all got an exit. Some of us a little sooner than others. And I don't want you looking back asking that question. What if? This week, we're going to explore how to create more of those green lights in your life, because that's what you are. In case you didn't know, you are a creator, child of God, the God of the universe, God that created everything. And as a creator, you have the ability and the responsibility to become the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Not an average version, not a little bit below average, not a little bit above, but the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And that decision, when you make that decision to lean in, it makes a massive impact on your friends, your family members, your coworkers. I mean, even the small decisions like showing up here today to be a part of hashtag Rise and Grind, that's made an impact on me. Your decision, your choice to join me in the morning has made a massive impact in my life, for one for which I am so incredibly grateful. So please understand that every single one of these decisions that you are making is your opportunity to be kind to your future self. Listen, if you need more videos like this, you can go to GlennLundy.com. If you haven't got your tickets already, I'm going to need you to head on over to GrowForGod.com. Get your tickets. Come join me in Lexington, Kentucky, November 5th through 7th. It's going to be phenomenal. But most importantly, come back again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We're going to do this all over again on Rise and Grind. And you're welcome to come join me if you'd like over on Breakfast with Champions over at Clubhouse. We're going to talk about these green lights in today's episode of Rise and Grind even further. Fair enough? Fair enough. All right, have an incredible day. I'll see you tomorrow on hashtag Rise and Grind.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. Hashtag Rise and Grind, hashtag Rise and Grind.